You know I like beef. I like beef hamburgers. Like I like hamburger beef, but I also like Twitter beef. So
Yes.
I'm a beef guy. What can you say? I'm a beef guy. And we got
Yes.
some beef stewing. We got some
Yes,
beef
we do.
stewing in the MMA world. We got ex-UFC fighter turned comedian turned podcaster Brendan
Mhm.
Schwabe versus the nose versus the guy who's been in the MMA journalism game now since the beginning, like the OG Ariel Helwani.
Yes.
They got some beef. We got some beef. So it really originated with Ariel Helwani. Okay, let's go to the start. The what do you want to call the not the apex, the start,
Mhm.
where it originated this beef. The beef started with some comments Joe Rogan made on the Joe Rogan podcast about Ariel Helwani. Okay, Joe Rogan said Ariel Helwani, the Brock Lesnar fight, what was it, UFC 200, released information that the UFC did not want to be released. And Ariel Helwani had like a little snitch, and he was like, basically, they were like, oh, he's a little rat. He has information that he shouldn't have gone out. Ariel Helwani retorted, no, that's not how I do my career. That information, if you say something off the record to me, it's off the record. I would never put it on the record. If you tell
Mhm.
me something on the record, because I'm a journalist, I'm going to report it. And I was just reporting what I saw. And honestly, his line of facts and the way it lines up. The only person who combats Ariel Helwani, who says that that's not true, is Dana White. And Dana White told Joe Rogan, and Joe Rogan told his audience, and his audience is made up of millions of people. So when you're parroting a lie over and over and over, the lie becomes a truth. So, and that's basically with that what happened with that. But okay, here's the real beef. Oh, look at my face. I'm all happy. So Brendan Schaub over here is like, he retorts. So Ariel Helwani on his show last week, I believe, said, hey, Brendan Schaub apologized to me off the record or privately, and I'm squashing the beef. I'm making it known, blah, blah, blah. Tell me what Brendan Schaub said. Tell me how Brendan Schaub stirred the pot.
Okay. There was a video that was posted 19 hours ago.
Pretty
And
recent.
yeah, pretty recently. And this was Brandon's shop. I'm gonna play the video and audio. So guys, let me know if you can hear it well. I'm about to play it right now. This was Brandon Shaw's response.
And Brendan Schaub continues. On the Below the Belt podcast, Brendan had this to say in regards to MMA media.
Unless you book some big name fighter or you have 17 fighters on your show, nobody gives a about your personal opinion. So you have to somehow muster something, try to figure it out. Because everything you've ever done has never worked out for you. That's how these guys operate. And it doesn't end well for any of them because they don't have any talent. Nobody's paying attention. So they have to book big guests, or they have to talk shit about Joe Rogan just to get views. If they get on here and rant to a camera like I do for an hour, nobody listens because they've never walked the walk. They've never been in the fight. They're reporting on the storm. I've been in the storm. Joe Rogan hasn't been in the storm, but he's witnessed more storms than anybody in the world.
I love it. Joe Rogan has never been in a storm, but he's witnessed a lot of storms. Ariel Helwani has been
also
for how long?
Hundreds of millions of dollars off a podcast. He's an entrepreneur. These other guys work for the man because they have to. They don't have talent. They don't have creativity. They don't have the work ethic to hang with guys like me and Joe Rogan.
I can't wait to talk about
Ariel
it.
responded to that.
I love it.
He's being serious, curious. MMA media is so irrelevant. Why does he rip off all of our content /ideas/takes and pass it off as his own? He followed up with Andrew Schulte calling himself a great MMA journalist is almost as funny as retired fighters calling themselves great comedians. Tremendous content all around by Jabron. Thanks for the laugh, fellas.
I'll tell you after.
Recently, Demetrius Johnson.
There's so many things to unpack from that.
Here we go. And you didn't even see. I mean, Ariel Helwani responded. I mean, he responded. So we have the response too. But
yeah, I just listened to the response.
Yeah.
Okay. There's so many things to unpack. Let's start with Brandon Schaub, for example. Brandon Schaub didn't even address Ariel. He said these guys and these reporters. So he didn't even address Ariel.
How cowardly is that? Like, seriously, that's like the Donald Trump, like, yeah, tons of people are telling me that this. No, dude, if you're talking about Ariel Helwani, say his name. Like, be a man.
and it was clear he was talking about Ariel. He was talking about the journalist who never did it, who has a million fighters on their show to be relevant because they don't have anything to say. They never stepped in.
Who else would that be?
Yes, they never stepped in. They don't know anything about fighting. They just watch and talk about it. They got to make these hot takes to make themselves irrelevant. They're not important. They don't know. Then he mentioned Joe Rogan and said Joe Rogan never been, but he witnessed. Okay. Isn't that the same damn thing Ariel Helwani does, is witness?
If anything, Ariel Helwani's even more because he's a journalist. He's been doing this. He interviews literally, hundreds or thousands of MMA fighters? Like,
Yes. So he went off on him. So, first of all, Big Brown, you're a punk for not even addressing Ariel Helwani. But Ariel Helwani addressing you on the way back.
And he not only did he address him, he straight up was like, I'm talking about Brendan Schaub. I'm talking about this specific instance. I messaged Brendan Schaub. This was his response. Like, if he wants to, like, he needs to address this publicly. Privately, you know what? I think Ariel Helwani, this is what I think about this whole thing. Ariel Helwani is genuine. Say what you want. So many people in this world, like, if you're an asshole, but you're genuine, at least you're genuine. If you're a good person and you're genuine, okay. But when you take the genuine out, like if you're an asshole and you're not genuine and you're fake, you're a grifter or you're a drifter, or if you're a nice person, but you're fake, it's all an act or whatnot, you're dead to me. I don't even want, and I think Brendan Schaub, let's be honest, is not genuine. He's not a genuine person, dude. He does it for the clout.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. So, Ariel Helwani, this is his passion. This is what he always wanted to do. You can tell. He really loves this game.
He's the best.
He loves this game.
Okay, Andrew Schultz, that's another thing. Schultz, if you haven't watched the Flagrant 2 podcast, I recommend it. He's hilarious. Brilliant Idiots with Charlemagne the God. Amazing. Like, it's literally the amazing podcast. But Schultz was making fun of him. So he was like, yeah, I'm the greatest MMA journalist ever. And he was like saying stupid hot takes and just making fun of shit. Like, he was saying like Valentina Shevchenko like sucks or whatnot or something like. Obviously that's not true, but anyways, he was saying some hot takes and he actually addressed the camera and talked to Ariel Helwani. He was like, no, I'm the best now. Like, you know how like I'm the captain now type thing.
Yes. And Ariel addressing him, and the thing about it is, here's the difference between Ariel Helwani and Brendan Schaub. This is Ariel Helwani's livelihood, his passion. This is what he loves to do. Brendan Schaub loved to fight. He was an athlete. He was a professional athlete, football player. He didn't make it there, and he fought. He's an athlete. Then he decided, after Joe Rogan pretty much begged him to quit and start this, he got into this.
Think about that. Pause that. Joe Rogan, who's like a commentator, who's Brendan Schaub said saw many fires or whatnot, begged him to stop fighting because he knew he sucked that much. Like, he was like, dude, you're my friend. That's like me, like you having a passion for me and being like, dude, you suck at it, bro. Like, you're like, seriously, like, stop. You're gonna get hurt if you keep doing it. Like,
Brendan Schaub had a chandelier jaw. He was getting knocked out when people rolled their eyes at it.
Yeah. He was
getting knocked out. He was getting knocked out. So Joe Rogan banned him on national TV to quit fighting. So the thing about
it, embarrassingly too. It was really embarrassing.
It was a cringy. And the thing about it is, so Brendan Schaub is now a comedian, a self-proclaimed comedian. I watched one of his stand-up specials, his only one. But he's stepping up into the media in a journalism era, which is Ariel Helwani's thing. I think Ariel Helwani is insulted by this guy.
Can I be honest? If this was like against Luke, what's his name? Luke
Cage?
Huh?
Luka Doncic? Luke Cage?
No. If this was against, the other Luke, what's his name?
The Marine.
Yeah, yeah. What's his last name? Luke, whatever. If this was against him
Thomas.
There you go, Luke Thomas or Mark Ramundi or any of the MMA beat guys. If they had beef, if they were like arguing like with this stuff, that's different. They're in the same level. Brendan Schaub's not even in the same atmosphere as Ariel Helwani when it comes to MMA journalism, like just being in the MMA like world. Like, he's a comedian. This isn't his bread and butter, dude. Like, this isn't like Ariel. I want you to do his response because Ariel kills it on the Twitter response. He murks Brendan Schaub. Like, everything he says is perfect. Like,
yes, everything he says. So That's why Ariel Helwani has no shame in it, because this is his crap. This is thing insulting. He has these fighters coming in thinking they can do it, thinking they're better, trying to get clout, and he's insulted by it, and that's why he's going after these guys. Which I like this Ariel Helwani. I like Ariel
love
Helwani.
it, dude. This is what we needed, dude. Remember back in the good old days, we had the MMA hour. You had the MMA beat. You had like these awesome interactions between Dana White. Remember when Dana White used to every card? Dana White did a post-fight interview type thing because he used to go with all these cards, and he always had a crazy sound bite. Always, like he was like, just the craziest shit would come out of Dana's mouth.
Yes, I remember that. So, yeah, so that's why I think Ariel came out on top because Brendan Schaub strikes me as the little brother, meaning you know how you the little brother, but you have a big brother with more clout and you want to use it. That's what he's doing with Joe Rogan.
Yep.
He brought up Joe Rogan. He said all these things about Joe Rogan. He mentioned about the millions of dollars.
About Joe Rogan.
He mentioned about yes. He mentioned about Joe Rogan's money. He mentioned about his black belt. He mentioned about all these things that didn't apply to the conversation.
Okay, and that's what I'm saying. That's the original, like, he was wrong. Brendan Schaub should have just been like, hey, I was wrong, bro. Like, I mean, Joe told me that you did this. Maybe you did it. Maybe you didn't. I don't know. But if you say you didn't do it, I believe you. Like, that's your livelihood. That's what you do. Like, but no, he had to continue it. He had to get the clout, Bumba clout. He had to go try to get that. He's losing, dude. He's losing bad. So,
and for him not to mention his name, come on, Brandon.
Dude, you're
punk for that.
I think that's the best take of this whole thing. He didn't even mention his name.
He was talking about these guys and these media guys. He's talking about these guys, these media guys. Which, you know what should happen?
What? Like,
you know what should happen?
What?
All of the media guys should just let him have it.
Just fuck him in his ass. Just like
big time. Cause see, here's the thing that these media guys have. Like for instance, when you talk about KD, Kyrie, all these athletes, when they said something about Stephen A and Skip and all these other guys, no matter what they say, Skip gonna always have the last word because that's his fucking job.
That's his show. He has his show.
It's a talk.
Yeah.
It's a talk. That's his job to talk. So
it's the clout. It's the clout. We should just clout. So
same thing.
Yeah, brother. So I mean, just in conclusion, Ariel, we're with you, brother. Like, I'm sorry, I'm a big Ariel fan. Like, yeah, he's a little squirrely when it comes, but he does his job. That's the thing. You don't want a journalist to ask like softball questions. You want him to like ask the hard questions and like get the hard answers. Like,
do you remember the day you was helping me move and you heard me play MMA Hour?
No, actually.
You was helping me move and you heard me play MMA Hour when you was helping me when I was moving out of my house. You was helping me play, and you was like, "Yes, I knew you really like MMA." Then when you was playing MMA Hour.
No, but seriously, that's how you knew the truly people who, if you listen to MMA Hour, you are into MMA. Like you're a fan.
Yes.
Like you're not a fair weather fan. No fair weather fan's gonna listen to the MMA Hour with Ariel Helwani. No. Like because that goes so deep in the weeds, dude. So yeah, that's how I knew you weren't a poser. Like,
yes. There you go, man. So
I mean, winner, chicken dinner.